Alright, so you've got your player search. This little thing, player search, has your friends, has your guild, has groups. It also shows you everyone in the area. It shows you everyone in the current area, so finding party members is a breeze. You are going to want to get into parties for stuff like dungeons, but just traveling around the area, you don't really need a party for that. It's definitely a fun game to play with friends, but it's one of those games like Wakfu, where you want to be in the same room if you're playing with friends. You got your map. It brings up this little clear view of the map. You can see I have a quest to turn in here. Actually, I'm going to go do that now. I wasn't even aware I had one. The little exclamation marks are quests. You can also see not only where all the NPCs are, but what the NPCs are. That's pretty neat. You got your world map. Cool thing about the world map is you see these little spires here. These spires are not only actual areas, but they're also dungeons. And you can fast travel to them if you let me pull the map back up. Stop that. I believe it's around right here. There's this little spire here. And if I click on that, I can pay coins or adamant and just instant travel to a dungeon or another town. I'm going to talk about adamant in a second. Just let me turn this quest in. Go away. Speaking of adamant. Okay. So, adamant. Adamant is real life money, and at the same time, it's in-game currency. It's really neat. It's pretty obvious that these guys, while they want to make money off of this, they're not hell bent on doing it. And let's see, adamant in a nutshell is just. There's really no way to describe adamant. There's in-game money, and then there's adamant. Adamant. It gets you specific things, like, well, obviously there's an adamant shop, and this is actually really vital because for some reason this is the only place to get keys. Save your adamant for stuff like keys. You're gonna also use it for upgrades and stuff like that, but you're gonna want to mainly save it for keys because that's where you get your dungeon rewards. You don't get keys from boss drops. You get keys by buying them with adamant. Adamant is bought with real life money. You also get rather stupidly low amounts of adamant from creep kills. And it's a pretty low drop rate, and they drop about 5. And that's really not going to get you much because going back here, look at this. You need 100 for the very basic key. Iron key's 250, silver key's 500, 800 for the gold key. What do they use? I don't even know what the heck that is. I think it's. You also get you can also buy your essences. Essences in this game, they've been described as ammunition by the game. Basically, they go here and they power up your auto attacks. They power up your skills. They give them bonuses, basically. And it's these little bonuses, and it's ranging from damage in a condition to Essence of War. That's my personal favorite. It's you do 100% more damage. I put that on. I stick that on my lightning bolt, and I blow everything away, and it's absolutely hilarious to watch. Cause I normally have power, then I stick one of those things on, and everything around me is just dying. Go to the weaponsmith real quick. It has the stereotypical thing. Just go to a weaponsmith, buy your weapon, blah 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 blah. You also find outfits and stuff out in the world. Most of which you will end up selling because you will find better stuff, especially in dungeons. Dungeons have a chance to get you rare stuff. Where's an example? Like this improved cloth shirt. See how it's got the +4 armor value? I'm selling that, by the way. This is actually better. Linen cloak, wool cloak, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Don't need the signet ring, because I have improved signet rings that I guess got off the dungeon. You can see where I'm going with this. Get guys together and dungeon run. That's where you're going to get your good stuff. It's just like in Titan Quest and Diablo. The good stuff is going to come from catacombs, from dungeons, from shady grovels, whatever. Magic Apprentice Wand. Journeyman Wand. Go away. Yay! As you can see, my inventory space is kind of scarce, just like every game like this. Every game of this kind. You can spend Addermant to expand your inventory, but not really. It's just not worth it. I like how they don't have the Diablo and Titan Quest setup where something like a staff will say take up 6 spaces or something, because that would have made, especially with this inventory, that would have made it so clunky. So that was a good call. Get these quests. As you can see, I'm not bothering with reading it because, honestly, this game doesn't really have much of a story behind it. It's about as important as Titan Quest's story, which I couldn't follow that to save my life. I'm just going around picking up quests, then I will go into the actual... I'll go back into the place, say, the place I was just at. What's that called? The Sweeter Field Pastures. I can't pronounce half, just FYI, I can't pronounce like half this stuff on this map. In this whole world. It's got some really weird names everywhere. Probably because, well, it's a fantasy setting, I wouldn't be surprised, but look at this guy's name. Abd al-Karim. I can't pronounce half the stuff in this game, it's really weird. Hoyt. Alright, for skills, obviously you have your skills. You don't unlock, you unlock them by level. You don't unlock them, say, like spell tomes or whatever. They just automatically come to you at level. Some people like that, some people don't. You have your little quest log. Shows you where you gotta go. The quests are straightforward, I like them. Some of them can be grindy. Slaughter 25 living swamp slimes. Slaughter, ugh. These guys really don't like living swamp slime. You got your character. There's really no point in bringing this up unless you want to look at your PvP statistics. This game emphasizes PvP, but at the same time, it's optional. It's pretty neat. Cool. You can see what your lightning shot's doing. You can see how much damage your lightning shot does. You can see how much damage your lightning strike does. My lightning bolt. Basically, left click does this, right click does that. And you also have this fun thing that Titan Quest didn't have. It's you can tab into a third skill. You press tab and it alternates it. And you can actually, funny part is you can actually see it actively changes it. The rest of the skills, you either don't use them or you put them on the hotbar. Like I've got Fireball right here. I don't need that. Did that just lol? Options. High graphic quality. Shadows enabled. It's a browser-based game. I'm not expecting the best options menu in the world. You can play full screen, which is nice. I'm not playing full screen right now because I'm recording. Badges of honor or off of PvP. You also have a video tutorial. They just recently added a full-length video tutorial, which is pretty cool. Crafting in this game, you have a workbench, which is you combine 4 items into a new item. It's as simple as that. There is no alchemy, there is no herbalist, there's no mining, it's just the workbench. At least as far as I can tell. I'm not that far in, I'm about as far in as I typically get with MMOs before I review them. Which is, I get in far enough to understand what I'm working with. I'm not going to get up to max level before a review because that's just a waste of time, especially if I'm doing something where the max level is, say, 80. Although, on the upside, at least according to the world map, the max level in this area seems to be 30-something. Like, I haven't seen any dungeon that hasn't gone up past... See, look, that's 35, 38. Yeah, I'd say the max level is about 40. Enjoyably low max level. You get there quickly, and then you're free to enjoy the game. And that's what MMOs should do. They shouldn't focus on the leveling up. They should get you max level ASAP, and then just let you enjoy the game. And honestly, if someone is enjoying the game, they're more likely to actually spend money on it. Hint, hint. Alright, I think I've shown you guys everything. I've shown you combat. I've shown you skills. There's not a whole lot to say about this because, well, for one, it's a browser-based game. They're not going to be the most impressive pieces of art in the world. Well, I shouldn't say that. RuneScape was pretty nice. This game does have a lot going for it. If you want just a sit-down, Titan Quest-ish, beat-em-up MMORPG, this is your game. This is just right up that alley. I'm going to talk about, just real quick, one more time about the graphics. I love them. It's very beautiful. The music's nice, too. On the website, it's got some really nice art. It's got some pretty nice concept art. The music's beautiful. The music is doing, it's setting the themes perfectly. Like, I'm not sure if you can hear this or not, but in the background, there's this medieval fanfare going on, and it works really well for this, especially for this place I'm in right now, where that has this huge castle I'm walking around in. See, little trebuchet, little nothing. All right, you guys, this is Drakensang Online. If you want to check it out, Google. If you want to check it out, Google the name. Really, just Google the name. That's what I did. That's how I found this. Actually, I have what's that one website? I have MMO site to thank for that. What is it called? I don't know. It's MMO something, but it's a search place for MMOs. That's probably where I'm going to start getting my games from now on, because like I said before, I'm running low on games. Guys, seriously, if you want something reviewed, let me know, and I'd be more than happy to play it. Just as long, my only requirement is that it's either free to play or freemium. I'm going to start using that. I heard that name. I heard that somewhere now, and I'm going to start using it. It's a nice name, freemium. It sounds better than, I believe Total Biscuit said it actually. It sounds better than free to play with benefits, if you ask me. All right, guys. This is LordMMO, and I'm signing off. Why do they do this? What is with this countdown timer? I don't understand.